Hey, SVC Volleyball fans, welcome back. SVC Sports Talk Plus. I'm Shane Combs, and the Volleyball League here in the SVC just made the turn and entered the second half. And here to talk a little volleyball with you. Thank you, Dr. Chris Good, for all the support here on the YouTube channel, as well as all of our coverage of local athletes, particularly here in the Cider Valley Conference. And look, when we talk SVC volleyball, here we are with Adena at the top at 8-0, and Huntington with an outstanding win in 5 there at Uniota the other night to stay one back. And as these teams in that 3 through 6 appear to just beat up on each other, now all of a sudden you look at the standings and Adena's threatening to run away with this thing. Give Huntington credit to this point, staying one back. Huge week for Huntington. If you look at Carroll and company there with the 5-1 setter McCloskey's doing a solid job, and then I mentioned Baker back in the preseason coverage as being someone to keep an eye on, and in the freshman class, particularly Houseworth there. Wow, she's outstanding. So it's a nice compliment to Carroll, and obviously you have a player like Carroll, you have a chance every night. You just try to get her to the front row as many times as you can, swing away, and live with the results. But now I think the key is they come in this week. They have I believe it's Southeastern and Westfall. Those are going to be the types of matches that they're going to have to hang in there and win to keep pace. Because if you start this late in the season falling behind that second and third time, I just don't know that you're going to get enough help. Now, where can help come from? Certainly this Tuesday night, I'll be on the call with Dewey Daly there at Sosa over at Adena as Uniota travels over to Frankfurt. And look, this Adena team, I've said it all year long, they're just so skilled at the net, with Burns and Day opposite of each other. They have some firepower. It's not as deep as a Uniota team across the net at every single spot, but it's certainly powerful with those two. But where this team separates itself is just their overall skill. As I've said it before, they're going to pass it so well. They're going to set it really well. And I can't say enough about J.C. Smith and her return. Here's a young lady that got hurt early in her career and had to step away from some sports and different things and coming back. Now, I can't wait to watch her in basketball as well. I can't say enough for what she's adding to Adena as another athlete. Wise Cup's another one. I've highlighted the passers and setters so much in the coverage. I also think I need to give a shout out to Wise Cup, another just really efficient player. We say in sports, just staying within yourself, doing what you do well. And she's a great example of that. So I'm excited to call it Tuesday night. The Uniota's a team that's going to come in. They're going to play a lot of different kids. And Uniota's got just solid talent all the way across the rotation. So again, when you have some matchups they can exploit, they'll usually have someone in that position that gives you a chance for Coach Hutton to try to go about it and attack that. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, the SVC, I'm sure, is going to be rooting Uniota, because if Adena starts to push this thing to 9 or 10-0, it's going to be very difficult to catch them. But again, Huntington, as long as they're taking care of business, certainly would at least have a chance to welcome Adena back to Huntington later in the year to tie things up. As I go across the board, Southeastern, they're a team that's scary. If you listen to the football coverage, I was talking about how a Piketon and Adena is a very scary, very dangerous type of team to play. Southeastern's one of those teams as well. You got the player of the year from a year ago in Lockheed. And I know someone said the other day, Shane, her production's down a little bit. Well, she's not playing the same role. She's not touching the ball as many times or getting as many chances, but the talent's still there. So on a given night, she has one of those nights. She gives them every opportunity to be dangerous. I would throw Westfall in that mix. If you've listened to SVC Sports Talk Plus, you know how high I've been on Zane Trace, just their overall length. And, I talked about Platt and Snavely. I think that Laney Scott coming on and really starting to play well is taking them to a different level. So a lot to cover. Hey, with the Sosa coverage, I know this isn't SVC, but I had a chance to call a game the other night. If you haven't had a chance to see the Thompson girl up at Fairfield Union play, I just know how many volleyball purists we have in our league. Do yourself a favor and go turn that on and just watch that young lady swing a couple times. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It's just, it's incredible. So, hey, hang in there with the SVC Sports Talk Plus. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Sosa there Tuesday night. Be on the call. And then later in the year, I'm sure we'll probably be looking to do some different coverage as the SVC comes down to the championship run as well. Thanks, everyone.